Hey YouTube, it's Sharice here, and I have another Get Ready With Me. I'll have some more videos coming in the near future. I've just been really tired, and I've been reading a lot as of late. Just reading a lot of articles, reading a lot about the world's current events that we have going on, reading a lot of books. I've just been reading a lot and staying up really late. So my sleep schedule is like all flip-flopped. I stay up really, really late, and then I end up waking up between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. and I'll stay up until about 12:30 reading, and then I'll go back to sleep during the day until like 3 in the afternoon and end up getting ready and then go do stuff at night, or until like, I guess, early nighttime until like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We're in VBS week right now, and then I come back and I stay up until like 2, 3 in the morning and then do the whole thing all over again. So I haven't really been spending much time thinking about content or new videos besides like just random get ready with me's. But I should have probably 2 new ones up this week. So yeah, look forward to that. But let's get into this because you guys always know that my get ready with me. Get ready with me? Yeah. They're kind of long because I don't edit my videos and this is real life, real time. So as you can see, my face is cleansed and washed. And my hair is already done, if you want to call it that. Done. I hate this little strange part right here in my head. Don't know how that got there, but I'm trying to like mask it. Anyway, on to primer. Trying out a new primer that I got. I've used it I think about 3 or 4 times and I love it. It's the Maybelline Baby Skin. And I literally just squeeze out some dots on my face. That should actually be more than enough. I love the way this makes my skin feel, and I love the way it makes my foundation apply after. Oh yeah, that's plenty. I also love that even though it has a very silicone-y feel, it's not too like slimy feeling or too slippery. It's still kind of like creamy and thick, which I really like. Because I personally do not like silicone primers because it makes me feel like my skin is even more like oily and greasy, which I definitely don't need. And you see how it instantly mattifies? How this is just like amazing. It's a miracle product. I should have tried this way earlier in my life. But yeah, it just like instantly smooths and blurs and fills in any lines or pores. And I love that about it. And it mattifies at the same time. So this will be an upcoming favorites video. And I put this all over my face and it just feels so nice. Whatever's left, I just rub on my neck. Alright. That's that. Now moving on to foundation. Of course, you guys know I am still doing the trial of the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Skin Transforming Foundation. I'll have my full review, I think, in a week from today. No, a week from Thursday. Yeah, a week from Thursday. So I've basically been using this for what, 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, which is what they say it will take to help clear skin. And just a quick small update. I did have a pimple here with these 2 new dark spots. I did have pimples there and they are completely gone and healed. I also had one on my cheek up here, which is completely gone, but I am still currently breaking out. And that was first due to ovulation and then menstruation, and now it's just frustration. Kind of. A lot's been going on, but it's getting better. I'm getting better, we'll put it that way. So, yeah, stress has been breaking me up. And instead of using as many pumps, I've learned that this method works just as good, which is using just 4 pumps on my face. 4 full pumps, and then I take my damp Real Technique sponge, which never gets fully cleaned and it's kind of dirty. And then I go in and blend. And I still think the color is too light, but it does oxidize a little bit after it sets. Got a Facebook message. Wonder who it could be. It's my job. But this gives me enough coverage. Just 4 full pumps. I'm about to turn my phone off because this dinging is making me go crazy. This is like way too light. I wish I had a darker color. Every time like I make a video, it like intensifies, even though this is 100% natural light, it like intensifies the contrast. But I've been wearing this for like 3 weeks straight and I've actually gotten compliments on it. So what I do to like, you'll see what I do to like help, you know, get the color to blend a little bit better. I guess works pretty well. I'm getting my mirror so I can see. Yeah, it doesn't look as light like in person, like when I look in the mirror, as it does on camera. Alrighty. I also noticed that the more primer I use, like the better my foundations stay on and last, and the better the primers work. That's one thing I have noticed recently. So I tend to be on the heavier handed side when it comes to my primers, because that's what works best for me. And usually the more primer I use, the less foundation I have to use, so I'm all down with that. Especially since my primers usually cost less, a little bit less than my foundations, or about the same. Alrighty. So that's 4 pumps. Where's the cup? Oh, there it is. It fell. I'll put my sponge in a little cup. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do my highlighting, contouring / setting my foundation. I just like to use powders for this process, and the first powder I'm going to be using, which is something new that I haven't tried with this foundation, is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Powder in 255, and this is a matte finish pressed powder, and this is the darkest shade, and it looks like that. And I've used this in the past with other foundations, and I just thought that the powder was okay. And as you can see, it is much darker than foundation. So basically, I use it to kind of contour, but not really. You'll see. I place it like where you would contour. And then I go back and blend it out later. So it looks kind of crazy right now. That's okay. And then I do my forehead too. And I'm basically just patting this in right now, just so I can get the most color payoff. And basically every time I do this, a little bit gets on the hair, like around my hairline, but I don't really care. But as you can see, like I'm basically just using this to add the richness and the deepness back to my skin because my skin isn't as light as this foundation is when you first apply it. So this really helps to bring the chocolate back. Because I am in love with my cocoa and I don't want to look too light. So basically I'm doing it all the places contour. So I did the cheekbones, I did the front of my jaw, I did the forehead. And now I'm just going in and adding just a little bit more to all the places and on the sides of my chin. Like so. And then I take a smaller brush, one like this, and I do my nose. I don't know if you saw the brush, looks like that. That was just a flat top e.l.f. powder brush that I used to do my forehead and my cheeks and my jaw. And I just take this little brush and I contour my nose with it. And I really focus right at the beginning of my brow area. Oh, Jackie texts me. Yeah, she's coming to visit tomorrow. I'm excited. And then I kind of, contour how you normally contour your nose, but I like to focus most of the product right in between my eyes and near my brow. Because I feel like that's what really makes it look like you have a bridge to your nose. Which I don't really have. And then I make sure that it's even. Ooh, instant nose job, right? Alrighty, so that's it for contouring, and I use the same. Now I'm going to take the same brush I just used, and I'm going to take a lighter powder, which this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the color 700 Classic Tan. Let me show you the comparison, and I'm going to use this to set the middle of my face. And both these are very finely milled. As you can see, this one's a little bit darker and this one's a little bit lighter, so they work well together. And I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm not going to dust it off or anything because I kind of want to make this area a little bit darker too. And I just go in and do the same thing. And I just pat anywhere that I didn't already apply powder. And I go over my eyelids too and my eyebrows because those get oily. I'm a very oily person. I go underneath the eyes. Really making sure to get right underneath the eyes because my eyelids, my under eyelid does crease with this foundation. Normally it doesn't. And like the center of my chin, and I also go over here and pat some powder on the sides. Already. And I also like to go down the center. And I just like brush them down the center of my nose like that. And now I go in and blend everything together. And I'm literally just using light circular motions all over my face. I'm just going to blend this one side so you can see the difference that this makes. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I blended this half, this side of my face, And I just use light circular motion, so I go over everything. And this side isn't blended. You can see it still looks harsh. You can still tell where everything starts and stops, but over here it's nice and seamless. So this gives like a natural kind of contour and highlight just using powder in basically one simple step. Apply, then blend. So I highlight, contour, and set my foundation all in one step, which ultimately makes the process go a lot faster. I also use this to brush my brows because next I do my brows. And as you can see, it is a little bit darker now. It's blending and mashing me a little bit better, but it's still also kind of meshing with the lightest part of me, which is my chest. My chest is very light compared to the darkest part of me, which would be my arms. So I like that. It's like a happy medium using this technique. And like I said, I use this to brush my brows. You see my nose is blended too. Doesn't look as harsh or obvious. Now I'm just looking to make sure everything is well blended before moving on. Alrighty, now I can move on to brows. Or I could do cheeks, since we're already on the face. Now let's do brows. So lately for my brows, I've been using the Wet n Wild Color Icon brow pencils, and I use one in Brunettes Do It Better and Black Ops. So one is a black pencil, one is a brown pencil. And they have a spoolie on the other side. So I just take off all the caps, set them to the side, and I'm going to use the black one first. And right now I'm just kind of defining the shape and filling it at the same time, but not too heavily. And now I'm going to go in with the brown color to finish giving the shape and filling in. And now I'm going to use the spoolie side to kind of comb through all the product that's there before I go in and fill in the tail. I don't know what the heck this brow is doing right now. I really have no idea what this one is doing. Now I'm going to go in and fill in the tail. And I'm going to use black for that because usually the ends of your eyebrows are darker than the beginnings. And I just follow what's there. And last but not least for my eyebrows, I go in with my small precision brush, of course, and just perfect them even more. Because you guys know I'm kind of a perfectionist with my makeup. I don't do a half booty job. I like to make sure that it is on fleek. Because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take my time and do it right. So now I'm just going to perfect them. Alrighty. I'm satisfied with the brows. Now let's move on to eyes. I've been really into simple eyes and very simple lips lately. So I've been liking to use just one eyeshadow on my eyes, keeping it simple. So the one eyeshadow I'm going to use is from the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. And it's going to be this color right here, which is labeled Crease on this side, on the neutral side. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lid using this brush from Coastal Scents. And it's just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. It's just kind of like a nice bronzy gold shade. Super simple, super easy, super quick. My mom just sneezed. But I don't want to be like, bless you! and yell in the video. Alrighty, now I'm just blending out the edges. And kind of flicking out the corners. As you can see, super simple, super easy. And I'm going to take this same brush and just apply that eyeshadow, the same exact eyeshadow to the tip, and run it on my bottom lash line. Just so that there's some sort of color and eyeshadow down there. It's not completely naked. Oops. Alrighty. And Next, for my eyes, I take a small precision brush like this that's a little fluffy, and I like to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, and for that I'm using the same Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to use this top color labeled Brow Bone to do that. And I just like to go in right in the inner corner, like so. And then I blend it out just a little bit, like so, and that really just helps to brighten up, open up the eyes. Next, let's do cheeks. I've been really into highlighting lately, but for the past couple days I haven't really been highlighting. I've just been wearing a blush, and I'm going to wear a blush that matches the lip color I'm going to wear. So I'm going to, ooh, that's not the brush I want. I'm going to take this fluffy goat hair brush from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to take a blush that I have like never used from this palette, and it is this super bright pink right here in the corner. And this is the Beauty Treats blush palette. Let me show you the cover. It broke off. But I got this at my local hair supply store, and it's just 10 matte blushes. And I'm going to take this super bright pink color and just apply that to my cheeks. Here's the mirror. It's really youthful and fun color. On my skin tone, it is coming off a little bit deeper, which I like that because I don't want to look too cray-cray. And this is going to match the lip color, which is a NYX Butter Gloss. I'm taking this on my entire cheek, as you can see. Just patting it and then buffing over it lightly to kind of blend in the color, making sure I get right on the apples. So I do kind of have chubby cheeks. My brows are on fleek though. So you can see the color better from far away. But that's it for the face. For the lips, like I said, it's a NYX Butter Gloss, and this is the color Eclair. As you can see, it's a nice bright pink. No lipstick today. Really pretty soft color. I'm gonna just make sure that it's all over the lips. And last but not least for this look is mascara. I haven't really been into eyeliner lately, which I kind of got into it for a little while and I kind of got out of it. I go back and forth with winged eyeliner, but lately I've been liking a more softer, more natural look. So last but not least, it's just mascara. And of course I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've been loving this mascara. And I mostly focus just on the ends of my lashes. Making sure that I really comb the product through so that it doesn't get too clumpy. But this mascara really helps you go from looking lashless to lash full. I don't know if you can see that. But look at this eye. Looks like I have no lashes, and then this eye. Oh yeah, the lighting's a little bit better. You can see the lashes on this one a lot better. And see how the mascara is working. And I just keep going till I get the desired look that I want. And as of late, I've really just been focusing more on the top lashes, not even my bottoms. So I do a very light coat on the bottoms. And I usually mostly just use the tip because that has the most mascara on it. It has excess on it, so it makes it a little bit easier to actually get on the lashes. How do I get mascara over here? What? Sometimes I notice random things on my face. Okay. So last but not least, I'm just going to pat over my face with the brush I used to put on all my powders just to get out any excess oils that may have broken through in the few minutes that I've been doing my makeup. And just to make sure everything's well blended while looking at my 10 times zoom compact. And that completes this look. This is kind of my like go-to look at the moment. Very kind of soft, feminine. and simple. Very simple. Appropriate for VBS, you know, not too glamorous. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on this look, this get ready with me. And now I'm going to go get dressed to go to VBS. Because you know I'm all about the VBS, the VBS, the VBS. I'm all about the VBS, the Jesus, yes, the VBS. So yeah, bye. See you in the next video.